What's good? It's your boy Luie Rackz, and this episode is a very special episode, man. Who those who've been living under a rock, and you may not know, this guest I have right here, man, is one of the pioneers of this music, of this movement. He's the pinnacle when it comes to Houston rap. You might have caught him with Zero Goes On. You know what I'm saying? You might have caught him with South Park Mexican on the track Monster. You might have heard him with Scarface and Slim Thug. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And one of my most favorite tracks is Switch. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You might have caught him on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Here in the show, Real Talk with Luie Rackz, K-Rino the Wizard, album The Industry, out now. Like you said, get a copy or get 100 of them.
Man,
You feel me?
That's right. That's right. Man, thank you so much for having me on.
It's
the
a
show,
pleasure, my brother.
Louie, I'm honored to be on your platform.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of everything that you're doing, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. It means a lot coming from you.
Yes, sir.
Most definitely, bro. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm blessed, man.
And highly favored.
Without a doubt, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about the journey of how long we've been doing what we do, and when I can think about my personal journey, how long I've been doing it, but as I think about that, I think about the people that started when I started that didn't go as long and
Yeah.
as far as I went. So that's all part of where the appreciation comes from.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, man, my homie, he was with me, he fell off, or this brother passed away, or this brother got incarcerated. So for those who didn't go the distance in
Yeah.
this marathon, it's our job. We got to keep running for them.
No, absolutely. Absolutely, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, like you say, that's where that gratitude and being grateful comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without a doubt. It's like God blessed us with something that it would be disrespectful to not utilize it to the best of our ability. You know, it's like you wasting the talent that He gave you. It's like somebody giving you a hot plate of food and you claimed you wanted it, but then you just let it sit there and go bad.
Yeah.
So we think about the gifts that God bless us with. We have to do our best to max them out. You know, we may never be perfect in it,
Yeah.
but you better be trying every day to reach that perfection every single day.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's all we could do. And as human beings, as creation, that's what we have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I believe everybody's here with a purpose. So a lot of people spend most of their life running away from it. Some people align with it, you know, and I want to be one of those people that aligns to it, and I live up to my purpose.
You know what? A lot of people, they act like they are afraid of their own gift.
They
You
are.
know,
They are.
and especially in music, because I think when people say, man, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do, and then they're good at it, and it starts to take off for them, that notoriety and that fame starts to comes a little fast. That wave hit them, and now
Yeah.
they kind of shocked, like, whoa,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they
yeah,
start
yeah.
backing off. But I'm like, man, you know, this comes with the territory.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you know, I can't speak for no other artist, but I know that for me, the fan base and the supporters are the main foundation of it all.
Absolutely.
You know, it's no more gratifying feeling than when somebody will come up to you and say, man, hey, Louie, I'm a big fan, man. Hey, man, that song you did called such and such. You know, that's what it's all about. It's
Yeah.
like, man, these people, something that I just sat around and thought of in my head one day, put it down on some paper, went to the studio and recorded it. Now it's something that has transferred into the minds of other people,
No, for real.
and it's a part of their life now. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's
And then the way we
organic as it
create,
get.
bro, it comes so natural, so we don't even think that
Right.
much of it. You'd be like, and the way it impacts people, and whenever they tell you with such enthusiasm,
That's right.
you're like, man, that's why I do this for. You know, it feels good. You know, your hard work being acknowledged, but as a creator, it's first nature to us. We could do this in our sleep.
No doubt.
So
no doubt.
whenever people are like, whoa, I didn't even think of it like that, you know, but thank you.
But you know what, too? But that's what made me, years ago, that's what made me start to be careful with what I say in my songs.
Absolutely.
Because of that influence,
Influence.
we have the power to take you to the left or to the right.
Absolutely.
So if you started just, man, I'm just making all this negative content, just like we was talking off camera about the podcasting game, it's like we got the power to take people down the wrong road or down the right road. And unfortunately, people, even grown people, are so easily influenced and impressionable.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's not even about just a little young child getting taken down the wrong road. You could take a 25-year-old down the wrong road if you put together a negative piece, but it's jamming.
Yeah.
You see? So we got to be real careful with our use of words and the songs we make, because at the end of the day, man, back to that gift that God gave us, he didn't give us the gift to use it for the wrong purpose.
For the wrong purpose, yeah.
So we got to make people better.
To uplift and raise a vibration.
No question.
You know
what
I mean?
And change life, man. Look, it's people that were going down the wrong road on their own.
Yeah.
Then they hear one of your songs, and it just transform them to where they say, man, hey, man, I was doing this, I was in these streets, and I heard this particular song, and now I'm back in school. Now,
and you know what's crazy that you say that, bro? I was talking to Grade A before I came here, right?
Yeah.
And Overdose was the owner of Chopaholics originally before he passed it on to him, and it was actually one of your songs that helped him convert into Christianity. What's good, baby? It's your boy Luie Rackz, and I'm here at the HTX Diecast Hot Wheels store. They got every Hot Wheel you could think of, new, old. They got lowriders, anything. You feel like a baby in a candy store, man. Definitely back to your childhood. Whenever I used to go to the store and be at the Hot Wheels section, man, that's how we feel in here. You know what I mean? You can tap in through DM by appointment only. Come here and visit the store for yourself, man. You don't want to miss this. It's a beautiful experience. Rackz. Change his life.
He told me that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he told me that. I think it was the song Valley of Decision.
There you go.
It was on the Time Travel album.
Yeah.
And when he told me that, it messed my head up. But it's an example of what we just got through talking about. You don't know what song it's going to be.
Yeah.
You know, we just making our songs, but the same way you don't know what song could change somebody, you don't know what song could make somebody worse.
Absolutely.
So if we promoting the killing, we promoting the pimping, the hoeing, the drugs, and man, if it hit that right beat and that right hook, it's gonna take people down that road, and we've seen it. So we got to just be careful as artists, man. You don't want that blood on your hands.
I mean, because that's exactly what they do on the radio, right? You turn on 97.9 The Box, 93.7 The Beat, and they playing the same thing, programming all the time. So you might not even like that song, but you heard it so many times, and now it's in your subconscious, and now you're humming it, now you're whistling, and before you know it, whatever you're singing as an affirmation, your subconscious picks it up and you're acting it out before you even know it.
That's right,
it was like you putting that upon yourself, and you're going to speak that into fruition. So whatever the mouth speaks, you know what I'm saying?
In the beginning was the Word.
The Word, yeah.
And the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and the Word became flesh. Our words can become flesh, too. You know, but from an industry standpoint, what happens is you have people who are running this industry who are purposely putting out and feeding that kind of content to the public, to the youth. So we have to be the soldiers on the front line to combat that by continue to put out positive information. And the internet, if we utilize it right, is a catalyst for that, because they're not going to play no positive music on the radio no more.
No.
Because of that very agenda. So they have whole departments in place to make sure that they keep on releasing what we call ignorant rap. So we got to be the ones that say, okay, you know what? It may be a little harder for our message to reach, but enough of us doing it, anywhere they turn, they'll be able to hear it.
Absolutely. It's like using the internet as a tool for that. And then if you pay attention, all these artists are getting younger and younger, dumber and dumber, more gullible, easier to manipulate, more, like you say, more impressionable. You know what I mean? The conversation I had with Gunplay in the last podcast, we were talking about that. Like the way we grew up, being impressionable, the stuff that was around us, the environment we came under, you know, all of that swallowed us alive. You know, so got captivated from it. And the very music we were listening to, the people we look up to, even if they were bragging and boasting, we actually went out and committed those crimes.
And they wasn't living like
No.
that. See, we thought they was.
Yeah, and they wasn't.
We thought they would shoot them up, but then you look 30 years later, they grandfathers. You know what I'm saying?
They living out there good.
Yeah,
like,
they doing well.
yeah,
because,
they were just
because
cosplaying.
they were telling, some were telling stories, but others were glorifying the lifestyle. And those that glorified the lifestyle, they created a generation of crash dummies, crash out. And it's even the same nowadays, unfortunately, with our female rappers, because a lot of the female rappers, they talking about the stuff they talk about, the over-sexualized content they make. But
tricking culture.
But when you look at them, a lot of them are married, in relationships. Even if the relationships don't work, they are still seeking the very thing that they speaking against for other women to have.
No, absolutely.
So it's
prime example, Young Miami.
Yeah.
She was making all that music with the city girls, but she actually not even like that at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was just what they were pushing at the time. You know, and a lot of people lose this. There's a consumer for everything. Yeah. See what I'm saying? Absolutely. So you put that out, you market it a certain way, it's gonna get consumed.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that is the equivalent of the representation of selling your soul, as they say. Yeah. You're selling yourself short for your morals, you're selling them short, your principles for $1. Yeah. And that's not who you are. That's why at the end of the day, these people feel lousy. They feel lonely. Yeah. They don't feel love for who they are because they are projecting something that they are not.
And they get used up by the industry because, like I said, there are departments and certain individuals and pockets of the industry that specifically gear towards putting that kind of content out. And those kind of artists, they run them through an assembly line. It's a cookie cutter type of thing. So when they finish with you, they dispose of you and go on to the next. So it's good when an artist, it's good that if you was a studio gangster, that's all you was because you really wasn't living like that. But it's bad because you called somebody else to do it. It's good that you not really out here setting your body and dropping it like it's hot in real life. But it's bad because you making little girls think that it
that's
is.
Cool. That's really what you're doing.
But at the root of it, at the head of it, you have these executives that really will push these artists to do that.
No,
because
definitely.
if you come from the inner city like we come from, and all of a sudden you never seen, forget $1 million, you never seen 50,000 before.
Right.
And they throw that at you or they shoot this car to you. And then all of a sudden they say, well, look, it's more where that comes from.
Absolutely.
But it's really not. And then when that day is over with, so we have to learn not just the history of ourselves as artists, we got to learn how this industry operates.
Absolutely.
And why, not the what. The what is important, but more important than the what is the why and the how. And we figure out how and why these things are, why it's like it is, then we go to the source of it and say, oh, that's what they doing. I ain't falling for that. Regardless of the money, I ain't falling for that.
At the end of the day, bro, it's demonic and it's witchcraft. I mean, because if you break it down to the very minimum, to the bones, the English language is a witch language. Period. Right? So these people move with intention. Right. So intention and you being impressionable is energy. So they're harvesting your energy every single time they do that. When you vote, if you're even familiar with numerology, they don't do anything randomly. Right. Everything, you never heard, like, I know you heard this phrase called the world's a stage. Yes, sir. These people are just on a script. You know what I mean?
It's a stage. It's a chessboard. There are the billions of people on this planet are ruled by a few, by a handful of people. So they are on a high mountaintop, actually playing a game. Yeah. Whether the game is they don't manually move the pieces. They move them remotely.
Bro, it's like the movie Trading Places. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Same thing.
It's the same concept.
Yeah. We're going to sit on this high hill and let's experiment with this guy's life. Let's switch these guys. Let's see what happens if we do this with that. Let's see what happens if we put her. And it's just a game. It's like when we talk about people, population control. Yeah. And you have rich individuals who sit back and they decide who's going to live and die.
Yeah.
And so, okay, so Bill Gates is going to say, okay, I'm going to get involved in the science world and help implement and put together vaccinations and things of this matter that are actually going to be detrimental to the health of the people.
What's good, baby? It's your boy, Luie Rackz. And whenever I need any embroidery or any shirts like this one you see here, the people I call is G2 Visuals. Hit them up. They'll be ready to quote you and ready to help you, baby. Have your stuff looking clean like this. Racks.
So now, because I'm a billionaire, get to choose how many people get wiped out. You know, and that's a God complex.
And then they got free abortion clinics in Africa and these third world countries.
Yeah.
And then you find out that melanin is higher than gold in the stock market.
Come on, man. Come
right?
on, man. That's right.
So, I mean, even something so simple as this phone, right?
Yes, sir.
You see this black screen? That's melanin.
Right.
You see a screen right here? That's melanin, bro.
Right,
Computer chips.
Yeah.
Melanin.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So where are they getting it from?
And
you know what I'm saying?
And they are manipulating and benefiting off something that they don't possess themselves.
Oh no.
They don't have the melanin. It's not in them. It's not naturally a part of who they are.
That's why they don't have any compassion. That's why they don't have any love.
Come on, brother.
See what I'm saying?
Come on,
like,
man. Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's when you get to the deeper thing.
That's right.
And then again, going back to the impression thing, right?
Yeah.
And these artists not being who they are and portraying who they're not to be. Are you familiar with Juice WRLD, right?
I've heard the name.
The young brother,
the brother that he got killed.
He overdosed.
He overdosed. Okay.
He overdosed, right? So he was somebody that really influenced the masses. A lot of these little kids are following his blueprint, right? And they asked him, well, why did you decide to sip codeine and pop handlebars and stuff like that? He was like, I love that Future album, Dirty Sprite 1. Man. And then whenever they interviewed Future, a little after that, he was like, man, I don't even be doing drugs like that, man. Right. So you see how crazy was his work influenced a whole brother that influenced a whole generation and got taken out.
That's right. That's right. That's the power of words. Life and death is in the power of the tongue. The power of life and death is in the tongue.
Absolutely.
So that's why we have to study. We have to understand. If you got to go and get a license to drive a vehicle, if you got to pass a particular exam to become an attorney or become a doctor, I really feel that should be some type of course of study that an artist has to go through to get into the
like
music
a psychological evaluation.
Psychological evaluation, history lesson, the business of music, and just I don't want to use the word, a moral understanding of and a responsibility class. Because if you just coming in for the money, you're just coming in for the shine.
A lot of people are in it for the wrong reasons, bro.
Right.
For the glamorous part of it, you know?
Right. But when you get older, sometimes, not everybody, you got a lot of old fools too, but when you get older, sometimes you feel the regret and the remorse
of
what you might have inflicted on people. Like, man. So that's why you catch them young. Yeah. Now, once you teach them, if they don't want to do it then, but a lot of them come in not even knowing that it's that serious, not even knowing that it is a hidden hand that's controlling this whole this music business, man. You look at these award shows, you look at all of this crap that's going on, and we watch this stuff as young people and look and say, I want to be up there. That's going to be me one day.
Grammy,
yeah. But it's all, just like you said, it's all a stage. It's all a setup that's designed to give us that. We have that allure to us. But what you got to do behind the scenes, or what you got to give up, to experience something that's really nothing.
I mean, look at Diddy right now.
Yeah, it ain't worth it, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not worth it, man. You know.
And even the whole Grammy thing, the whole setup. I mean, come on, bro. You already know what that's about. Yeah. I mean, even the word Grammy, grammar. Right. That's an Egyptian deity.
Come on, man.
See what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
So, I mean, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are asleep. Yeah. You know what I mean? One of my favorite quotes is there's 3 people in life. One that makes it happen, one that watches it happen, and one doesn't even know what is going on. So choose one. And that's the reason I love Pimp C so much. Right. Because even though he talked about all the subjects that he talked about, that might be negative aspects of the urban identity
Right.
or the whole come up. But if he told you about the dope game, he told you what was the negative connotations behind that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And you choose.
Right.
You know, and he still put gospel aspects into his music, the person he was, the mentality that he had. You know what I mean? And also an interview that really impacted me, Tupac, when he was in jail, he was like, pay attention to these artists, what they talk about.
Right.
The content of the music, their character. You know, look at what they talk about. These people are not for our communities.
Come on.
They're only glorifying themselves in their pockets. They don't care about us.
And you know, that's a historical pattern, because you look at a Pimp C, and you knew what he stood for. You look at a Tupac, you knew what he stood for, and they were not just conscious, even though they made a lot of worldly stuff. They were not just conscious, but they were rebellious.
Yeah, they had that revolutionary mindset.
So the establishment doesn't necessarily fear a conscious artist, even if they have influence. They fear a conscious artist who they view has the ability to spark a revolution.
Oh, absolutely.
So Pimp C, weird circumstances. Tupac, weird circumstances. Even though you can say, well, he got shot after the fight after Vegas, but we never factor in the possible government intervention in Tupac's murder.
I feel Pac was
Nipsey,
marked
same thing.
Yeah.
All these individuals who they can look at and actively see, they are transforming the people. This guy just talking. This guy got a following.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
And people going to hang behind every word they say.
And somehow those guys end up being the ones that end up getting taken out. Whether it's Sam Cooke, whether it's Bob Marley, it's a historical pattern that just when hip-hop came along, they just picked up where they left off.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. And someone like Pac, I feel like he was marked since from birth. Yeah. I mean, who his mother is, who his father is, you know what I'm saying? Black Panther movement, like the whole knowledge that was bestowed upon him, and he really walked into that calling.
It was in him.
You know what I mean?
It's naturally in you when you have that kind of mental and spiritual genetics.
And he was so wise, bro.
Right.
You know, because he was brought up in the streets, knowing what that is.
That's right.
Right? The revolutionary aspect.
Come on.
And then they prepared him intellectually in school, bro.
Come on, man.
Know how gifted he was.
Yeah, he was dangerous, man.
And then from the Nipsey thing you brought up, a lot of people don't know he's part of the Solomonic dynasty.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, his family, his bloodline.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, and the thing too is like those individuals were so ahead of their time in terms of that wisdom that we tend to forget how young they were when they died.
Absolutely.
And what makes you know the impact that those types of brothers had, and some sisters as well, when you can still play clips from them today
and they
that
resonate.
are relevant. They resonate today. And man, this dude, Pac been dead longer than he lived.
Yeah.
He been dead 30 years and he was only 25.
Yeah.
So Nipsey was in his 30s.
33.
Pimp in his 30s.
33 too.
Yeah. So all of these, but it follows in the pattern of greats that came before. You know, if we Malcolm never saw 40.
Wow.
Dr. Martin Luther King never saw 40. So it's not, I tell people all the time, it's not about the age or the time that you've been around, is what you do with that time.
It's the quality of the years.
Of that time. Come on, man.
Absolutely.
So we waste so much time, and a lot of us spend so much time complaining about what we don't have, and ain't nobody trying to look out for me. Ain't nobody
supposed to do
Nobody's
that.
supposed to do none of that for you. Didn't nobody pull nobody up. Okay, look, man, if somebody pulls you up, cool. Appreciate it. But if they don't, your life and mindset should already be locked into if nobody's gonna help me anyway. You have to already be prepared that I may have to go this whole thing by myself until I get to a point where where God sends the right people to help me. Because a team is one thing. See, it's a bunch of people, man, you got to get a team. You got to get, hey, look, if you go through sports, there's a bunch of teams, and some of those teams are bad teams. Some of them are trash. Some of them in the lottery every year.
They
You
just
want a
text
good
right
team.
off now at this point.
Yeah, you want a good team. So, and a team is not centered around how many people on the team. It's not the numbers. It's about.
Hey, man, after every workout, the product I use to replenish my body is Phi Moss Grape Sauce Sea Moss, man. Proud sponsor of Real Talk with Luie Rackz. 92 essential minerals of 102 that your body needs. You really need to get this base tasting sea moss, hottest sea moss in the world. In the world, Craig. Rackz.
The work.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in a situation in my life, man, where I've never had a huge team in terms of people that's working on my behalf.
Yeah.
You would think we got 30, 40, 50 people mobbing just back in the days when we was everywhere. So it's about the quality, not the quantity.
It's like, are you familiar with Joey Diaz,
No.
the comedian?
No.
Well, he said, he was like, I don't need a million friends. All I need is 3 loyal motherfuckers.
Come on, bro.
And you will take down a whole country.
Come on, man.
With just 3 loyal soldiers. That's it.
Loyal soldiers with different aspects of expertise. You know, I don't need, if I got 5 people, all of us don't need to be rappers. Because I need somebody who can handle the business side. I need somebody that can help book my events. I need somebody in this day and age who's technologically knowledgeable, who can help with the new technology and the things that I need to not get left behind in this world.
Basically, whatever you lack at, he's the strong suit, and what he lacks at is your strong suit.
Right,
you know, so we all come together like Voltron.
Come on.
And, keep pushing one each other. Building each other, steel sharpen steel.
That's right. That's right.
And who better to do it with your peers and build a bond and a brotherhood?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I mean, for the longest, it's just been Joseph and I.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See?
Like, I'm the personality, he shoots the content, you know what I'm saying? And us helping one another and building this platform together.
Right.
Now recently, I've acquired sponsors and stuff along the way, but that's been the hard work we've been putting in.
Yeah.
And like you said, God will send those people in that time whenever you start elevating.
That's right. That's
what I mean? And there's no
and,
other way.
And then, too, like you say, you mentioned in Joseph, what has to also be the case, you have to have people that are embracing the role that they play. Joseph don't want to rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if he did, it would be a problem. Oh, man, hold on, man. Let me get him in front of the camera. People that are content in their role.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, well, you know what? What did Dennis Rodman do? He got the rebound, and then when he got the rebound, what did he do? He gave it to Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan is the scorer. So, but Dennis's role is just important as Mike's.
Exactly.
So all these things have to be put in place when you trying to make your come up, because I never believed that a come up had to go through the commercial mainstream channels.
Oh no!
It had to go through the grind channels.
Yeah, but you are systematically as the viewer, right?
Yeah.
The consumer, the fan, looking from the outside, thinking that is the way to go. That's the blueprint. But no.
No, sir.
No.
Yeah,
Not at all.
You know why too? Because
Instant gratification.
And then you find out later that road took away the most important two of the most important things that you can have are your integrity as a person and the ownership of your work.
Exactly.
See, because you don't go through those channels and you own all your stuff.
Oh no.
That's not going to happen. They're going to have your stuff, and now they have this thing where, well, after 30 years, you can reclaim, the artist receives the rights back to own them. Man, after 30 years, it might not be no meat on the bone no more.
They done sucked everything out of it.
Ain't no meat
they
on
done
the
got
bone.
endorsements. They done did commercials with your stuff. They done ran it into the ground. There's nothing to recoup after that.
Well, we'll give you this after. So ownership is the key. And then when you have your ownership, then you have the ability to negotiate on your own behalf to where if somebody wants to come in and say, well, man, I want to do this with this. Okay, I'll bring you in, but it's still got to be terms that are comfortable for me.
Yeah.
That makes sense for me. Not somebody deciding after you come in with this great piece of work, now they're gonna decide what to give you for your work,
Mm-hmm.
and it's never fair. See,
Yeah.
we talk about streaming now, and we know how much streaming is robbing us now. But
Mm-hmm.
the reality is, even before streaming was invented,
Mm-hmm. They
even
were
on
already
physical
robbing.
copies,
Yeah.
you was getting
Cents on the
pennies
dollar,
on
yeah.
the off of a unit back then. You know, not pennies on the dollar, pennies on. If the CD costs $15 and you sign to a major, you lucky if you getting 25 cents a unit. So you made a little more,
Yeah.
but they always.
Oh yeah.
It's like gambling. The house always wins. Bro.
Not only that, whatever percentage that you agreed upon, you're paying them of your percentage
Come on, man.
before you even get to see
Yeah,
anything.
recoupable income.
Yeah, not only that, they make it where you can't recoup, bro. They
Exactly.
make it impossible for you, and they keep you hot enough so you could take out another loan
Yeah.
and go for the next thing, and then before
That's
you
right.
know it,
That's right.
that's just what it is. That's the hustle, man.
But you know what, Louie? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. That's one of the main reasons that I'm so glad that we from Houston. Because I say this all the time. I came up at a time where when I was young, trying to get in this game, I was sending demo tapes to New York and LA, trying to get that record deal because I grew up listening to Run DMC and LL and Houdini, so I wanted to be that.
Yeah.
But when they rejected us, and I say us as a region, they rejected us. It forced us to do all this ourselves. And when we did it ourselves, we found out that, we could still eat real good and have ownership. We don't even have to. And those labels and those artists that were on those big labels, they used to look down here at us like, man, they would come down and be like, man, these dudes are living well.
Yeah.
It's like, man, Kiki sold 100,000 independent.
Yeah.
Screw selling thousands of tapes out of his house.
That's what forced them to look our way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the principle in that was to show anybody who might feel like I got to go through those channels. No, you don't.
No, you don't.
You just have to figure out in the current day how to still squeeze something out of this, because they have made it a little difficult to where you got to figure out how. And we talked about this off camera just now about having multiple streams
of income
within the business of music, where it's not enough to just be a rapper no more. Yeah, so like what you doing with the CMOS and all the different things, like, man, you got to figure out a way to let your rap persona and let the rap game lead people into the other things that you're doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Using my personality has opened the doors for that.
Man.
That's one thing that I preach, I mean, me growing up in the hood, I never thought Rap Snacks will post me and doing collaboratives and sending me packages.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Man,
Stuff like this. My favorite rappers that I grew up listening to, embracing me, being my peers.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But that's just like that foundation that we set, and that hustle mentality that we have being from Houston.
That's all we
Seeing
know.
it,
Look, it's not even uncomfortable for us.
Yeah.
It's natural.
It's natural,
like
yeah.
somebody else would come down, and I told this story. It was a concert they had about a year ago in Houston, and me and my co-host Keisto, we was at the show, and we not gonna put them on blast who it was, but it was a national artist, and they had their guy setting up a table to sell the shirts or whatever they was gonna have, but he was posted up in an area where the people was not in that area, and we was like, man, he don't even understand. The people gonna be out there.
Yeah.
He's setting his table up out here. He not gonna get no traffic to even make no bread. And I was talking about Blank. I say, man, Blank and Carl, they'll go to the people.
Yeah.
They're not gonna wait on you to come to the table.
Blank will definitely walk up to you.
Will come to you.
Blank,
so
man, I got these hairs. What's up?
by the end of the night, man, it wasn't even the end of the night. By midway through the night, I saw that same dude. He don't even he ain't rocking his table no more.
Wow.
Because I'm looking like, dude, you don't. But he wasn't from here. I'm like, dude, you don't even know how to hustle. You don't even know how to be where you need to be.
No, real talk.
So whatever happened, I'm sure. I hate to say it, but I feel like they took a lot of them shirts back.
And then
that night to
and
New
then
York.
Houstonians be so nonchalant, bro. They don't care who you are.
Damn, walk right past you. Well, you better ask. And what be so cold
You know
about
what I
it, you gotta have that gift to be able to hustle like that.
No, real talk.
Because if you are intimidated, man, look, back when I used to get out like that, man, sometimes the person that you look at and feel like, oh, he gonna spend some money. They ain't the one that spend the money.
They ain't the one that spend
It's
the
the
money,
cat that was mean mugging, looking crazy, like he don't even want you to approach him. You step to him, boom, he done spent $50 with you.
Real talk.
You know, you just never know. But you got that got to be built into you or worked into you to where you know, I know how to, I can look at a room and I know how to get some money.
No,
It's
definitely.
been shows, Luie, where we would do a show and it might not be a good night that night in terms of the crowd. Like, man, we got 35 people in here tonight. But you'll come out with $700-800.
No, I seen you do it, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Whenever I went with you to Seguin.
Yeah.
Me,
Come
you,
on,
Blank,
man.
we went out there with Lazo and
Sniper.
and Sniper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was a modest club. Everybody came, showed up, but you cleaned up with merch,
Man.
with physicals,
Come on.
and people locked in with you for features.
Come on, man.
You know what I mean?
That's how it go, man.
And then we went out to see the next day you backed up, went to the radio station.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Blanket trying to follow us to the room, but I don't tell them where we stayed at. They got us kicked out last time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you know, you got to know how to milk a situation. You know, it's so because sometimes you walk in, okay, well, we didn't get the crowd we thought, but hey, but it's 20 people in here.
Yeah.
And guess what?
They gonna buy some.
Because those 20 came, they there for you.
They there for you.
They there for you,
Period.
so they ready. You know, so that's the thing that like I said, I'm so grateful to be where we from, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't trade it. I wouldn't trade it for nothing because a lot of those guys, when they lose that major deal, that so-called major record deal, they lost.
This is what people don't understand, right? You see these dudes in Good Morning America, Jimmy Fallon, The Tonight Show. Hey, man, if you need your roof replaced, any leaks, anything of that matter, Redfish Roofing is the company for you, man. My brother Greg will be standing by, ready to quote you. Anything you need, call this man. This is the man for the job. If you need it done right, man, don't play yourself. Call Redfish Roofing today. Let them know your boy Luie Rackz send you by. Conan, anything you could think of with Sway in the Morning, Hot 97, Shade 45, and I keep going on. But what the audience does not know is that machine invested millions of dollars on marketing to get there, bro.
Come on, man.
In 2013, I had a meeting with Sheila Mitra and Kingwood, right, for a distribution deal. He told me I could put you on Jimmy Fallon. It's gonna run you 70 bands. I'll cover it for you. You're gonna have to pay me back though.
Right.
But I'm like, oh, so this how it works.
Right.
I'm thinking these people really, hey man, come to my show and this and that. Everybody kumbaya and it's like a big old DJ Khaled song. Everybody get along with each other, but it's not like that.
No, not at all.
You know, a lot of hands got to get greased.
Yeah.
You got to pay directive, you know, at the radio stations and stuff like that. It's not because you're talented.
Right.
Even it came out in Camille. Like, I thinking I went platinum because I'm talented. No, they put millions of dollars into marketing, you know, and that's what made it happen. And once you look behind the curtain, as an artist, you're like, whoa, you know, this is how this really works.
And then you make an artist. I tell you, hey, I say, look, I don't knock what your decision is, but you got to make the decision, decide if that's what's best for you. Because if you have the ability to invest in yourself to get on a bigger platform like that, for you really are doing it just for the exposure.
Yeah, exactly.
You do that to parlay that exposure into something for yourself that can lead the money down the line.
Yeah, it's gonna come back.
You got to pay that back. You know, they're gonna ask that back. So even when I tell people today about when they talk about signing with a label today. I'm like, look, man, the house always wins. So at the end of the day, if you choose to sign with a label, my advice would always be make sure you don't sign a deal that locks you in for something long-term, perpetuity, or something. Man, I got to do 8 albums.
Yeah.
No, lock yourself into something where maybe you can get maybe 2, because and even when the
more like
smoke
a venture,
clear,
like a venture
right.
deal.
And if the smoke clears and you come out of it, you may not have the money. But at least you got a bigger name now. People know you. Now you can do your independent thing.
Now you got a stepping stone to go by.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Russ?
Russ.
What they want, what they want, what they want.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, Lou. I don't listen.
Okay.
I'm in a time. I listen a lot of old school, man.
Okay, I'm bringing this to say this, right?
Yeah.
I admire the dude's hustle. A lot of people don't like it because they might think he's arrogant, but he's one of the smartest artists out here, right?
Yeah.
He signed to Columbia.
You talking about La Russell?
No, his name is Russ.
Russ, okay.
He's Italian American from Atlanta.
Okay, I got you.
Right?
I
So he had dropped 11 albums independent, recorded himself, made the beats. He owned everything, right? And he didn't really get much traction. So by the time the music that he was making, and even shooting his own videos, doing everything himself, right? So by the time Columbia came knocking, he did a venture deal, I think, for 3 albums, right? But since he was like hot, he was able to finesse it where, you know, usually artist signs and they own 20 years back catalog and shit, right? So he was like, okay, I'm signing to y'all for these 3 albums for this deal, but I'm keeping all of my other catalog, right?
Right.
So basically the new catalog made him hot. So, you know, artists, fans, whenever they're fans of you, they're going to see what else you got.
Like, he got stuff before that.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, bro, boom.
Old stuff took off.
Yeah. So it's like now that he's not with Columbia, bro, he's paid.
Killing. Yeah.
Plaques on top of plaques on top of plaques on top of plaques. You
That's
know what
an
I'm
example
He
of
did it the right way.
taking the deal to use it for a promotion and marketing move. You know, not thinking that the deal is gonna be my salvation. The deal ain't my the deal is for me to let the world know me.
Yeah.
You know.
And not only that, a lot of artists don't wear every type of all these other hats, right? Yeah. So what he did, how he loves business, he met the director from Spotify. Yeah. He met the director from Apple Music, from Amazon, from these labels. So now he knows who to talk to directly, who the labels were talking to get his stuff on there. Now he can put his stuff on in New York on Madison Square Garden on the big Jumbotron. You know what I'm saying? Knowing who to talk to, and he went to go get a bank account, a business loan, so he could build his credit and use that to promote himself, to finance himself, not coming from his pocket, doing it the right way. Yeah. That's one thing that I'll be preaching to these artists: financial independence, bro. Get you a LLC, get you your DVD, run up your credit, bro. Use they bread. See what I'm saying? Everything that we're doing right now, it's a write-off. The gas money that you came over here, the clothes that I'm wearing right now, this lemonade that we pay to get made. You know what I'm saying? Like. It's just putting each other on, bro. Exactly. Yes, the jewelry that I'm wearing right now, like, you know what I'm saying? The haircut that I got. Everything, bro. Yeah. It's like, I love music, but I love the business even more. Yeah. And I'm the type of person, once I love something, I go deep into I want to know everything there is to know, bro. I mean, thank God that he created me like this and I have this mentality. And that's why I could thrive with me losing my vision. Yeah. And that doesn't stop me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what's so cold? But what you said just now, because you said you love music, but you love the business. Now watch this. The reason why you don't hear a lot of artists ever say that they love the business is because their introduction to the business came from such a shady place. Yeah. So you loving the business, to me, only means that you love it because you've learned it.
I've learned
and you learned how to make it work for you.
Look.
And that's what artists have to do, man. Then they'll love it too.
Look, when I was around you in 2013, right? Yeah. I dropped my debut album, right? Mixtape, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And I was outside meeting everybody. In 5 months, I had 5 different deals on the table. Man. Universal, Def Jam, Warner's, all of that. So I was literally going around all these meetings. A lot of people were mad at me, because they felt they should be in that position or whatever. The things that I heard, this dude sold his soul, this dude worships the devil. I'm like, man, what's up with all this hard work I done put in? Right. And me being in those meetings and seeing behind the curtain, seeing how this thing is really made, at the end of the day, I was thankful that I didn't go through with it because a year and a half later, it went to streaming. If the worst case scenario, I would have got shelved, I would have been fucked out of a deal where I would have been in debt. right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And me, I felt like I've been working so hard, so I was like, damn, it kind of depressed me a little bit, because I
Right.
really wanted that.
Yeah.
Growing up being impressionable and thinking that's what means
what it's all about.
successful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until but I'm grateful that I went through that so I could learn.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
That's right.
And then I took my hiatus and I opened up my barbershop for 5 years. I've always been a businessman regardless. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I studied the game, the streaming. There's 7 different lanes of income when it comes to streaming. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's still money to be made, but you really need to get after it.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like you still got to market and stuff. Like Soulja Boy said it best. Like I put this single out. I invested 60 grand on promo. That 60 grand made me back 375K. See what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of artists are not willing to bet on themselves like
Scared
that.
money don't make money.
They don't make no money,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. They just or don't understand how you just broke that. They don't even have an understanding of it. It's like, oh man, I just gonna put it out. See, and what bothers me a lot, what I try to instill in artists also, don't just be glad to have something out. You know, it now if you tell me, hey man, I just do music for fun. I just do it as a hobby. I'm not really looking. Okay, then my hands are off it. Then hey, all good, no problem. But don't tell me that you were really trying to advance in this game, and you work so hard to put a project together. Yeah. Then once you put it out, it's like nothing else after that. Then you sitting around scratching your head, wondering why it's not doing anything. You know, the real work starts after the project is released. Yeah, the work ain't the putting it together. The work is pushing it. Yeah, and the push doesn't necessarily just last for, well, I'm just pushing for a month. Man, back in the days, I've seen people push a project for a year or two, man. Yeah, just because it's like they believe in it so much that even when doors are being closed in their face, they're like, nah, you the one don't know what you talking about. Yeah. You know, but these days, one door slam or a couple of no's, you know, they can't take them bullets.
Exhibit A, look at Master P, bro.
Right. Perfect
look where he's from.
Yeah.
And then he went to the Bay.
Right.
Trying to get his music played. He'll go talk to the director. Hey, what do you got? About it. Man, we don't want that slow shit. The next week, what you got? About it. Yep. Man, he went persistent so much that be like, all right, bro, let me play this thing.
Yeah.
Put it on. Hey, man, if you need quality jewelry, gold, silver, gold field, rose gold, diamond, lab diamond, natural diamond, moissanite, it don't matter. If you could think it, my brother Ace G could do it at AB Garcia Jewelry, man. Located in Greenspoint, Suite 223. You want your grill like this shining? Get at my boy. You know what I'm saying? If you could think it, they could do it. Don't play yourself. Call my boy Shine. Get your shine on, baby. Rackz. Next thing you know, he opened up for Tupac and everything with no fans. Right. Just having that hustle mentality.
That's right, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Like,
if you don't believe in it, bro, it's very hard for me or anyone else to believe in it.
If you're not even willing to put money on you, why would you want anybody else to believe you and do that if you're not willing to do that yourself?
Come on. And,
you know what I'm saying?
And one of the things that an artist does that, you know, I admire about any artist, you know, we put ourselves on the line, bro. I don't even care if it's about, like you just said, you getting on stage rapping in front of a bunch of people that don't even know who you are. We put ourselves on the line. You got to be willing to do that, not just from a performance standpoint. You got to be willing to do that from a business standpoint. And like say, you know what, man, I ain't got but 500, but I'm gonna take this 500 and put it on this and try to make it do something that. Hey man, I don't care if you gonna just buy a bunch of promo material, posters, you know, flyers, whatever. Just the simplest basic stuff is still. Represents a degree of exposure. Yeah. Something that people can look at as tangible, that they can look at. You got to be willing to do that, man. You got to be willing to do that, man. Scared money don't make no money.
Sometimes you just got to be down to being the sacrificial lamb, bro. And I've never had no problem with that.
Without a doubt.
Paving the way, you know. Man. And like I like to speak from experience. Yeah. Not just because I think you should do stuff like that, you know. I tend to not open my mouth if I don't have, if I don't know what I'm talking about, because I don't like, you know.
Yeah.
I don't like to look like a fool, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who likes to do that. I definitely
A
don't.
lot of people like to do it. It's so many people that want to feel like they know everything about everything.
But it's okay not to know everything, bro.
The smartest people are the people who know that they're not the smartest people. So if I can step in the room and somebody, they get to speaking on things that I'm not aware of, then all of a sudden my mindset becomes that, okay, I'm now in a classroom. I'm in a classroom now. Because I got to shut up. If Joseph, if I walk in and Joseph and 3 or 4 other cats, they talking about what different cameras and this and that and how to compute. I'm shutting up. That ain't my lane. I don't know.
Let me soak this up real
so
quick.
how I look jumping in? Well, no, see that camera there, you got, and they looking at me like, this dude don't know what he's talking about. He's just saying anything just to try to be a part of the conversation. And we get a lot of that in this podcast space.
Yeah,
that's all you get is everybody. Everybody knows everything, you know, and that ain't a wise way to move.
Tell me about it, bro. Yeah, because I mean, if you keep moving your mouth, you're not gonna take in no information, bro. You know, you're not being receptive. You're not being open. Yeah. You know, you already operating from a point of lack. Yeah. You know, and that's whenever the ego takes over, and that could be very, very.
And
very
people not dumb. People not stupid. I can look at you and be like, man, this dude don't know what he's talking about. Yeah. Even if I'm not aware of what the people talking about, I can tell that he knows, but you don't, because you keep jumping in just saying anything. You know, so it's like even the people who may not be knowledgeable, it's like we got sense enough to know that this cat is just. He's just grandstanding at the
Yeah.
It's a blessing, though. Wisdom, that kind, knowing when to shut the hell up is a blessing. Yeah, it's a great quality to have, bro. It's a great quality to have.
It's a blessing of its own,
without
man.
a doubt, man.
I mean, because like you never know who you're standing in front of, right? You never know who you're gonna meet, and sometimes people don't introduce themselves; they're just observing.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So being like that and being stagnant, that could definitely cut your blessings. Yeah. It could remove you from a lot of positions, a lot of positive things that you could be upon you, but you don't cut your blessings short by being like that.
It's like, see, you learn that in the streets.
Yeah.
Because it's like if you somewhere and somebody is talking about somebody else negatively, they, oh man, he ain't this, he ain't that. But you talking around people you don't even know, and the dude you talking about, that's his boy right there that you talking to. You know what I'm saying? So you learn that early on, like, you know, you don't just be recklessly running your mouth, because now homeboy gonna say, well, hold on, man, that's my cousin. Or hold on, that's my people. Yeah. You know? Or he gonna be quiet and he gonna take that back to his people and say, well, hey, man, you know this dude, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
I know was saying this and that,
man, that dude was talking about you like crazy the other day. Yeah. You know, so all those things are things that if you come up in certain environments, you learn that off the muscle. Yeah. And then you just employ it. You can incorporate it later on into all aspects of life, just knowing when, you know, to just, like you said, kick back and observe and like, nah, I'm gonna let them do it. And I'm gonna jump in. It's like double dutch. You don't just jump in the ropes. You got the time. You in and out. And then at the right moment is when you jump in. Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely a skill on its own. Yeah. You know what I mean? But living and going through things will give you that.
Yes, sir.
You know, definitely will build up that discernment. Yes, you know, when and when not to speak. Yeah. It's like Solomon said, there's a time for everything.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
There's a time for everything, bro. Yeah. There's a time to rest. There's a time to work. There's a time to speak, when not to speak. You know what I mean?
Right. And see, and my thing is, I have grown to appreciate other people's greatness. And so I have a full understanding of when it's not my moment. Yeah. See? And a lot of people don't have that. Some people have to. It's like a photo bomber. It's like somebody, okay, say, man, let's get this picture real quick. And then while you two other people are taking the picture, somebody totally unrelated comes and jumps in behind. He jumps in the picture. It's like you have to know when it's not your moment and when it is. So I can kick back and be happy and proud of the moment and the success that you having. Yeah. Because it's like, man, you know what? I've experienced mine and multiple times, and mine gonna come again and again. But at this moment, it's about you.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna intercept your pass.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna let you catch that, and that's your touchdown, brother. But so we have to remove the envy that we have in our hearts a lot of times. And why Luie?
Man,
Why Luie
amen,
why he get to go up there? Like, hey man, well, just like you said earlier, you don't know the work Luie put in behind the scenes, that the seeds that he planted to bear this fruit right now.
Yeah.
We got to get out of that, man.
And it's like everybody's so caught up of what they lack, and they don't see the blessing in that.
Come on.
It's all about timing. And it's about who you are as a person.
Yeah.
What you reap is what you sow, bro.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And us as men, nothing is promised. Nothing is given to you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
There's downsides of being a man.
Right.
That people don't speak. And that's one thing. And again, speaking about this instant gratification, it's easier to blame somebody else for your shortcomings.
That's right.
Your life, systematic things in play.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's much easier to blame that than to take accountability.
Yeah.
That is one thing that I've learned, right? And one thing my father always told me was like, bro, you can't expect other people to move and think like you.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
And that's only because I truly care, you know?
That's right.
And I've learned that if somebody doesn't ask for my opinion, I won't even give it to you, bro.
And watch this. The reason why that's so true is because if you just jumping out to give your opinion about something else, you can find yourself in a situation where now, like my mama told me, now it becomes your problem.
Yeah.
See, you might not even want to get involved in this. You can hear somebody saying this, especially if you know the person.
Yeah.
So if I know you and I'm like, man, this Negro ain't never did this. He ain't trying to work.
Yeah.
He done lost 4 jobs in the last year. And then he get to telling me, in the minute that I start saying something on his behalf or try to offer some type of advice,
Yeah.
now it's my problem now because now he gonna get ready. Well, you know somebody that can. Nah. So that discernment of knowing, I'm just gonna let this dude. I'm gonna let him vent. Sometimes there are people that you really know that's real that you can actually help and you know it's gonna be right. But other people, I'm gonna let you vent because I know if I get in bed with this,
Oh man,
now
you'll never get them off.
Now
of
the
you,
gum
bro.
is on my shoe.
Yeah, and not only that, 9 times out of 10, the person that is coming with you with that problem, that's a problem that they created, and that is consequences of their actions.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes in life, there's things that you can't prevent. Life be lifing.
Right.
Right? But 9 times out of 10, those people in those positions them put themselves
That's
in
right.
there.
And if you know their history, oh, this is my cousin. I know how he is. I know whatever he's complaining about, it was his fault.
It was his fault.
You know? Yeah, so you can pull that on somebody else, but you can't pull that on me. So that's the thing. We have to just know when it's not my fight.
And then you can help them every single time. But the one time you put your foot down, you a hoe now.
Yeah, one no trumps a million yeses. You know, but that's dependency. But in its immaturity because a real man or a real woman, they want to do it on their own.
Yeah.
A real man and a real woman has shame and embarrassment to agree when they have to ask for help.
I know.
You see, so
you know what I mean?
that's a real man.
Yeah, I know,
it's like when you hit such a point where I got a call. I got to ask for some help. Man, that's a bad feeling for a real man or a real woman. But the way you know that person is the opposite of that, they have no problem.
Hey man, people been asking me what you've been doing. We've been seeing you on the internet putting in work. I'm at Fitness, baby. Lost 60 pounds in a month. They did it for me. They could do it for you, too. You just got to put that work in. You just got to want it, man. Make sure you hit my brother Justin at Fitness, man. He'll be ready to help you. Matter of fact, he got a boot camp coming August 15th for free. You know what I'm saying? If you come through with my referral, he'll give you your first assessment, first hour one-on-one for free. This ain't no cap. This man can't wait to get you healthy, get some muscle on you, and get your confidence back up, man. Make sure you tap in with my brother Fitch at Fitch Fitness today. Rackz. Yeah.
Hey, Louie, man, I know I hit you up last month, man. I'm in the situation. You got 200, like, dude, I just gave you. Then a month before, I just gave. And they had no shame, no embarrassment. They live their life to move like that. They have a network.
It's like, come on, man, you got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got it. Yeah,
Like,
right. I got it, but again, we go back to the why and the how. How'd I get it? I got it in a way that you not showing that you willing to get it.
And then that person, you might try to put them on what you doing. They don't want to do that.
They don't want to do that.
They don't want to do that, bro.
See, that's where in the rap game many, many years ago is where I learned the word entourage. When I was a young cat, entourage. It's like, see, you have so many people that will run with you in your circle. That's why we're talking about the team, ain't about the numbers. And their minds are focused on, I'm going to ride this boat all the way to the ain't no more. So we all on the stage, they dancing and hyped up and doing whatever it is they doing, and they gonna ride it to the end. But the second, I use MC Hammer as an example.
Yeah.
In Hammer's prime, they said he had a $500,000 a month payroll. So that means he's paying $1 million bi-monthly, so he's paying $6 million a year in
that was
payroll.
His overhead.
Yeah, that's just overhead.
Yeah.
But Hammer traveled with all the dancers.
Everybody,
So, but him having a good heart he was making sure his people was paid. But when the albums are not selling, when you're not going diamond no more, when you're not selling 5, 6, 7 million no more, now the income is not lined up to be able to take care of the payroll and overhead. So people start falling off. So it's a situation where a lot of those people, they not around no more, and they not gonna stick around.
Nah, hell no. A lot of people are there for the benefit, but they get benefit off you. What's convenient for them?
The shine and all that. So you learn over time who to bless.
Yeah.
You learn over time who to say, oh man, I'm gonna make sure.
Well, it's like the scripture says, you're not to give your pearls to the swine.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
And growing up, you learn that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right. And sometimes you learn the hard way, because I said, man,
I know I did, bro.
All that money, man, because if I was ever a individual who was a part of an entourage, I like to believe that I would use whatever the head person who's blessing me and looking out for me, I like to believe that I would use that to try to get myself on my feet. Being thankful to him, like, well, man, anything, whatever's coming to me from that payroll, whatever my role is, to use that to try to get on my feet, not to be trying to live a lifestyle that
of somebody else's
back. And I'm depending on being on that person's back. But if I'm on your back and your knees give out and you fall, guess who's falling with you?
You
right. So the thing is, you always have to be looking ahead. Muhammad Ali, my favorite fighter of all time, he traveled with a big arm. If you watch any old Muhammad Ali fights, you always see all them people coming to the ring with him.
Yeah.
And towards the end of his career, he kept fighting long after he should have stopped fighting. And of course, it was to make money for himself. But according to the story, a lot of people in the entourage, they would urge him to keep fighting, because as long as he keep fighting, we keep eating.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, well, let me figure out my own lane. You've been around this man. If I've been around a successful man for years and years, I should have been able to make some type of connections for myself and find a lane for myself to where if this man fall over and die tomorrow, I'm good. Instead of he fall over and die now, I can't pay my bills.
A lot of people are very complacent, right? A lot
lazy.
Of people. A lot of people like to be comfortable.
Yes, sir.
I mean, whatever you subscribe to, right? I heard evolution, right? And I'm using loose quotations.
Yeah.
Supposedly our mind developed over billions of years to keep you alive. Yeah. Keeping you alive is keeping you afraid, keeping you comfortable. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So your primal brain, if you're not stimulated, if you're not engaged, if you're not locked in, that's exactly where you're gonna be. Try to
Right.
be comfortable,
Right.
you know. But there's no glory in that.
No, none
There's
at all.
no reward in that.
None at all. None
You
at
know what
all.
I'm saying?
The human body, God created us to move.
Mm-hmm.
We are designed to be in motion.
Mm-hmm.
So our physical bodies are designed to be in motion, and our mental is designed to be in motion. So you use people as an example, people who retire.
Yeah.
You know, people been working 30, 40 years, then they retire. If they don't have something to parlay into after they retire,
Yeah.
then all of a sudden you start seeing them slowly going down.
Oh,
slowly
yeah.
going down, you know, because they're not moving, and it's about purpose.
Yeah.
And something Mr. Farrakhan, he said that one of the biggest blessings is to find your purpose and then be found living it. So you have, see, if you don't have a purpose, you don't have life.
Yeah. Hell
You
no.
know, life exists in your purpose. Life is not just being alive. It's about living in a purpose and having a reason. You know, so people to look at, that's why you see cats who was just wild and just a fool in the street, and then every now and then he had a child.
Yeah.
And it changed his whole mind. It's like, man, I can't be out here wild because somebody depending on me. I gotta live for this person. Oh, he got married. I got somebody who wants to see me come home every day. You know, purpose is the key. In anything that you do, it got to have a purpose, because that's what wakes you up and motivates you to get up and keep making something happen every day.
No, and I could definitely relate to what you're saying, bro, because what I'm doing now with my music, with the podcast, with this lemonade, you know, being a personality outside my music definitely gives me a lot of purpose, bro.
That's right, man.
I mean, because I could have just crawled in a little hole and died and let people take care of me. But me as a man, I just couldn't. I come
like
from
that.
a person that I'm very hyper independent. Me owning my business, bro. I've always been self-employed.
Right.
I've always had the luxury and the blessing to work for myself. So I don't even know how to do that. I don't even know how to ask somebody for a favor. That's and being on somebody else's time, and you know, like it showed me that vulnerability. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
killing that ego.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Man. But you know, but that's, like I say, those are all qualities of manhood and womanhood for any women that feel that same way. You want to leave a mark. You know, that's where everybody talk about legacy. You want to leave a mark because your time here is only for a time.
Yeah.
But you want your name. See, Houston is such a great example of that. How many times a day do somebody say screw in Houston?
Oh man,
And screw been gone for almost
30
30 years now.
30 years, yeah.
So, but I can guarantee you, almost 6 o'clock p.m. today on this Saturday, August the 1st, I can guarantee you thousands of people have said DJ Screw today. Just said it, Screw.
Yeah.
Right? So, we talk about Pimp C. We talk.
Hey man, there's a new lemonade in town, Raspberry Rackz Lemonade by yours truly, brought to you by G2 Enterprises, man. The first pop-up was a success. Now we're taking new pre-orders, got a new batch on the way, man. Let me know, man. Tap in with your boy one time. Hit my line, DM me, whatever, man. Best lemonade in the market right now, hands down. Rackz.
About Nipsey, we talked about Pac. We've talked about Malcolm and whoever you want to mention. These names are mentioned thousands of times per day based on the work that they did in the short period of time that they lived. So everybody that's living should look at themselves as that being the goal for themselves.
Exactly.
Like what the average person it's only a few what they call famous people who are going to ever walk the planet.
Yeah.
You know, you have levels of fame. You got Michael Jackson level, then you got in between where you got, he's pretty known, but he ain't on that level. So the thing is, everybody else under that will have a funeral. The family members who really rock with them will be there.
Yeah.
The people going to see it online couple of weeks, it's over.
Everybody
Nobody's
goes back
talking
to
about it no more.
To their Regular programming.
And in 50, 80, 100 years, unfortunately, nobody's talking about that. Because there have been more people that have lived and died that nobody knows by the billions and billions compared to those few that have lived and died. So your goal should be, okay, how do I make myself one of the people that mention my name every now and then at least?
Yeah.
And that comes from the work that you put in, but that work being mixed in with the impact that it has on other people. Because when you have the impact on other people, they'll be the ones to constantly keep your dang on. We talk about Screw because of his impact on people. See, people talk about Screw, what he did as far as the mixing and the DJing and all that, but the same people who know him talk about what kind of person he was.
Exactly.
See, and that should go. They should go hand in hand, because people will say the opposite. People say, man, he made some great music, man, but he was a terrible person.
Bro, not only like that, right? Look at the people that speak about him and brag about him to this day, or the people that he put in position, that he made superstars, that he made successful, that he made rich, that they could feed their family.
That's right.
And the next generation.
That's right.
I mean, look at Kiki.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Prime example.
Right.
Look at all these albums this man put. Look at all the trials and tribulation that he went through.
Right.
He was under Swisher House whenever Paul Wall was going #1 in the country.
Yeah.
Whenever Mike Jones was going double platinum. Right. And he paid his dues. And then after that, he took that and ran on himself with another independent run, and look at where he's at right now,
That's
bro.
Right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Driving Maybachs and Rolls Royces, bro.
Yeah.
So who would have thought that him going to his I bet he never thought going to his best friend's house and freestyling on a microphone was gonna bring that. He was just doing what he loved.
Greatness most of the time comes from humble origins. That's always the case. If you go back, you can watch the NWA movie. You can go back, you can watch all these the Jacksons and all. The greatness always develops from those humble beginnings, those poor limited origins. We didn't have much, but the dream is all we had. Yeah. That's it. But if we believe in the dream, then the dream is all we need.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And then all of these questions that I've been asking, brother, culminates to this one question I want to ask you. Yeah. What coined the name of the album, The Industry?
Man, everything we talked about today. You see what I'm saying? Because the industry, we speak about it in terms of music, but it's more than that. It represents every aspect of like anything that generates revenue and anything that the people are attracted to. So if you look at the album cover, you see a tree. You see, first of all, the first thing you see is the way I spelled industry. I didn't spell it INDUSTRY. I spelled it END, like the end, US, which is us, in a tree, like planting a tree. So it's the end us tree. Yeah. It's a tree that was designed and planted to end us because you got music, you got entertainment, as far as acting in Hollywood, you got pharmaceutical company, you got politics, you got religion, you have all these different entities that really don't work on behalf of the people. So all of these things, when they talk about the drug, they say the pharmaceutical what? Pharmaceutical industry. When you talk about the prison system, they say the prison industrial complex. Everything is an industry. Yeah. And the majority of it is negative. Yeah. Are used for a negative purpose. Politics, industry. That's like, look, we got a president right now that's in office right now, an administration that he has made about $4 billion since he's been in the seat because he's using that position to enrich himself. So it's all an industry. Yeah. So, but the way I spell it is the end us tree. And the cover shows a tree with branches extending from it, showing all of those things I just mentioned. Wow. So that was the premise behind the album. And I'm talking about all of it on the album.
Yeah, no, you definitely are, bro. You get busy, like, your rhyme patterns, your wordplay,
man.
your double triple entendres. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's definitely a treat listening to you.
Man,
You know what
it's
I'm
a
saying?
blessing,
Because
man.
I
Appreciate
love
it.
lyrical music, conscious music. You
Man.
definitely put fat on somebody's brain listening to you.
Man, God
You know
is
what I'm
great.
saying?
That's the goal, and shout out to all of the greats that I grew up listening to, because none of us can ever take credit for where we are without giving credit to those who
Came before us.
helped us become what, those who influenced us. So yeah, man. So I appreciate it, and we still do physical copies, mainly because of the industry,
Yeah.
because of how the streaming platform is set up. So we encourage people to go and get the physical CD, even if you don't have a CD player, get it anyway. Just to support, just to keep independent artists free. So, our website is South Park Coalition Site.net. You can order physical copy from the site. Still stream it if you want to. And plus we got other merch on there. So.
And that's just a testament of your hard work, bro. Because that energy that you put in your music, you definitely get it back in these shows.
Man.
Because you go to a K-Rino show, bro,
Man.
there's real diehard fans. They're going to buy the merch. They're going to buy the physicals. They're going to rap every single word. You know what I'm saying? And it's fun, bro. You make it fun. I mean, since the first time I ever seen you on stage, you said the ghetto alphabet. You know what I'm saying? From A to Z.
Yes,
And then you
man.
had the new one. You know,
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
definitely give a show, brother. Like
Man.
your show is so engaging, so entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Just the way you get up there, the fluidity of your set.
Man, I
You know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
that,
So it's
man.
like definitely seeing a master at work. You know?
Again, like I say, God is great. I thank Him for all of that, but I thank people like Run DMC, KRS-One, people that do, MC Wicked Cricket, people who knew how to entertain the crowd, when they on that stage, not just get up there and just be a robot rapping. You got to engage, I'm not the kind of dude that I don't dance and I don't bounce around. My set is not a high energy set, but it's a high informative set, and it's an engaging set.
You definitely taking people to school every time you're up there, brother.
Yes,
You
man,
teaching,
it's a
you know what I'm saying? And the one thing that KRS once said, right? Fat Joe asked him. He was like, they were walking through the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, I see everybody come up to you and embrace you and thank you, teacher, thank you, master, for doing what you do. And he was just enamored by that. Yeah. And he was like, how, bro? And he was like, because of things that I talk about, bro.
Yeah.
The way I teach people, the message that I put in my music. And that's the same energy that comes back to me at every show. Yeah, I was like, you talking about how you the biggest gangster and you sell the most bricks. So that's the energy you attract to your shows.
That's right.
Then people want to challenge you to see if you're really about that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You want beautiful women at your shows, cater to that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, that's what you're going to see at the shows, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And just giving that energy and bringing it back, bro, and pushing positivity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Man. And again, Mr. K-Rino, thank you so much for blessing us with your presence. Man, it has been an honor and a privilege to sit here with you, my brother, in this conversation. And anytime you want to come back, bro, you're more than welcome. Anything you want to promote, brother, you have a platform right here, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate the love. Y'all doing a great job. Continued success to you. And like I say, anything you need from your big brother, don't hesitate. And I'm going to have to bring you on the Underground Dialogue, man. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it, brother.
I'm going to have to get you on there, man.
Let's do it.
So that's what we do. You know, we look out for each other. So
for sure.
I'm honored to be here, man. And y'all see all these Hot Wheels on the wall, bro. Yeah, I feel like I was 9 years old again, straight up.
Man, y'all
Thank
tap
you for
in.
having me.
No,
man.
anytime, brother. Anytime. And y'all tap into the Diecast store, man. We in here. And again, this has been another successful episode of Luie Rackz, man. Real talk with Luie Rackz. We in the building with K-Rino the Wizard. Rackz. Woo!
Man.
The next one. Rackz. I want to do the Rackz.